Hey everybody, we're back again. We've saved another one from extinction. This one is Archer E Bowman. This one released originally... Ooh, subscribe. Yeah, please. This one originally released back on the Gear VR and supports the Go. So it's an early one from back in the day. This one has about 129 ratings on the store. So it does look like it got a little bit of traction, but it's no longer available. And we thought we'd bring it back to you today. This one is created by developer and publisher Void Alpha. It had its own website which no longer exists, so I don't know if this company is still around doing anything today, but it has about 55% on the store and 5 stars, 20% 4 stars, and the like, so people seem to enjoy it. Of course, most of the low stars recently are because you cannot install it anymore. So what is Archer E Bowman? Well, I guess you can probably tell by the description. This is a wave-based shooter like many early VR games, and even today they still are like this. And you are Archer E Bowman, and you have to stop the baddies from scaling the tower and getting to the castle. You're the only one, apparently, saving anyone. So the description for this one is: your Archer E Bowman, Rampart hero. Take to the wall with your trusty bow and defend the kingdom from beastly hordes. It was supposed to be a quiet day on the wall. Will you survive the onslaught? Unlock magic arrows such as the boomstick and the shocker. Teach your enemies a lesson they'll not soon forget and become champion of the realm. So control-wise, it's about as simple as it comes because this is a Gear VR game originally. So you move with your head. So it's aiming wherever you look, and shooting is with the trigger button or the button on the side of the VR. You use your little control stick here. There is some tension, so you can extend for a long shot and then aim up and down for some distance and other things of that nature. It's pretty straightforward. You do see it's a wave base, so you get the first wave here. There are some neat things that happen a little bit later in the game. We're not going to get super far into this one because it tends to get a little repetitive too quickly for my taste. It needs to kind of move a little bit faster to be a little more engaging. But you can move across the Rampart Tower here. By shifting your head to the right or left, you will actually move across the tower to get better position on enemies. And you don't think about that right away. It doesn't seem like you would need to because you have pretty full range here of view. But they will climb the tower, and they will get up here, and you will need to almost 360 around yourself to see what's going on before they get you. Now, these are the fodder enemies, these little green goblins. You can hit them any way you'd like. Every once in a while, they will become enraged and rush the tower. So you can see behind me there if I look around. You get instant kills for these guys. Whenever you hit them, you get extra points for headshots. And aiming is hit or miss sometimes. Oops, see, that one came enraged, and if we get him, he's dead. So they will come faster. These ones will come at the tower. They will come slowly. You get multi-bonuses and the like for how many you kill in a row. 10, I believe that maybe 20. I think it was 15 is my record in terms of that. So, see, if I move this way, you can kind of get a better position if you'd like. Early on, there's no real need for that. It would be cool if this was multiplayer and you guys could all move across the rampart. That'd be nice. But for now, this is pretty much it. So your weapon is your arrow. You will get some other upgrades as we talked about in the description. But the waves kind of just get a little more intense, and then they'll start adding new enemies, and then they'll back down while they introduce those new enemies. Then those enemies will ramp up. Once you get that, new enemies will be introduced. It'll ramp down a little bit, and then it'll ramp back up. Pretty fun, pretty simplistic. I don't mind a good wave-based shooter, but I feel this one drags a little bit too long in terms of getting you more enemies and more things to do. So you start feeling a little stagnation. You can already kind of feel it here. This is wave 3, and we still are stuck on the green enemy. So we haven't seen anything new in terms of enemies in here. I'm just going to wander around. See, I'm already getting a little bit bored. So, okay, wave 4, you're going to get your first new arrow, the boomstick arrow. This one is an exploding arrow, and it shows you here how you're going to change it. Hit the button on the side of your Gear VR, or if you're using a controller, use the right stick. I'm using an Oculus Go in this one, so the Oculus Go controller. So you, I believe you just slide up on the pad without pressing it, and it gets a little bit finicky. But this one, again, you can play it with a controller. And so the boomstick arrows is big damage, as you can see. And then you'll go back to normal. And so that was fun, introduction to that weapon. And then it's kind of gone. And then you got to deal with these guys on their own. And it gets kind of slow again. So they will come from all corners. They will come from the back. You'll see that in a little bit if you haven't already seen it. But it's okay. It's not bad, but let's see what some of the reviews said on this one. The latest is from 2020, so that is from a little bit ago. And Ruben09 says, we were really enjoying the game, but when you get to wave 4, that's where we are right now, it says about changing the arrows. The graphic just flashes the side of the Oculus Go. There's no instruction. It's actually showing the side of the Samsung Gear VR, and they got that mistaken. Tried tilting the headset, etc., but nothing. Finally found out double tapping the shoot button on the Oculus does it. So anyone struggling, there's your answer. And I was actually struggling too. I think I swiped it and probably hit it twice or swiped it twice, and that was the answer. So that's actually a nice review to have up there. 2020 won't work, won't install. Worst game, Oculus controller doesn't work, very bad, and want to refund it back, says Beast and Natty. Beast Natty has no idea what he's talking about because the controls work fine, although that did get reported previously, so maybe he got confused on what platform he was on. Most other reviews, 4 stars, fun game, but how to change arrows. I agree. I don't know if this it probably came out before the Go was a platform, so I assume that they didn't need to update that, but they probably could have, or at least in the description how to do that with instructions. Super says Mikhail on 2018. I was looking for this kind of game, and I'm very happy with it. The gameplay is great, the graphics are good, the difficulty is well done, etc. It would be nice if there was multiplayer mode. That's essentially what we said. We'd really like a multiplayer mode if this ever got a sequel. Not sure how much this sold for, again, because it doesn't exist on the store anymore. If anyone has information on that, that would be fantastic to let us know. Maybe one of these reviews will tell us. So let's keep going. We're at wave 6 now. Will we be seeing something new? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we got some blue guys. And these blue guys are a little bit interesting. So they require headshots to kill. They have armor, and your arrows will bounce right off them. But because of that, they are a little bit bigger than the green guy. So they are a little bit easier to target. And you can see they're coming from way back. And you can... Ooh. Now that was a good shot. You can get a long shot bonus from hitting them way back there. So it gets a little bit more fun, a little more interesting. I wish... Again, like I said earlier, it would ramp up just a little bit quicker, but we are on wave 6. So let's get back to some of these reviews. Terrible in your face. I assume Joe there meant interface. This was really disappointing. It uses gaze-based aiming. That's true. It was a Samsung Gear VR game. That was most of them. Instead of using the controller. And whatever they're trying to tell me for how to move around, I can't figure it out. Moving around, you just tilt your head left, right. You can look in the direction you're aiming and then tilt side to side. Okay, developer response. Oh, they didn't actually respond. Really sorry you're having issues with the game. What platform are you using? Perhaps we can solve the problem. And he didn't respond to that. Demo or full. Dry your bow. People seem to like it when the farther you go back, which does make sense. Especially in the earlier days of VR. Wish it wasn't just one level. Oh, I assume he's talking about the demo. Fun, performance issues. No, this plays great on Go, although the Go is much more powerful. So let's go to the beginning of this. Doesn't disappoint. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Yeah, so the farther you go back, the better the reviews are, which does make sense because a lot of people are new here. We got some arrows again. It does make sense. And the closer you get to 2020, once you have the Quest and once you have the Go and all that stuff, it becomes much better in terms of what people want. So this released up to version 1.4. And let's see. Let's go to the Wayback Machine while this is playing here and see if we can get Archer E Bowman, the website, to pop up and see what they said about it, since it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, the last archive, we got one from 2016, so we'll go there. And let's see if it brings anything up, or it's going to be all in flash and we're not going to be able to see anything. As we're waiting for enemies to show up. No, left, right. Oh, here they come to the right. Okay, looks like we don't have anything popping up. So let's try a different one. I have a feeling this may... Oh, here we go. Website pops up, looks fine. You are Archer E Bowman. Take the wall with your trusty bow. Okay, so it shows us essentially the same page. It's available for Daydream VR, available for Gear VR. And that is it, and a couple of screenshots. That is a very basic website, but I guess that makes sense. Daydream VR, I believe, doesn't exist anymore. I'm not sure. Anyone can tell us about that? Isn't that Google's thing? Yeah, that's Google's thing. Oh, I looked up Daydream VR, and the first thing it says, it's dead with the arrival of Android 11. So Google, who loves killing things, has killed Daydream VR, killed VR, has killed Stadia. Yeah, if they're going to sell something, probably don't buy something from them. So that's Archer E Bowman. I pissed off those two in the back, so you can see we're on, what, wave 7, and there hasn't been a threat to us. They haven't even got to the tower. I believe this is the first guy that's going to make it near and start climbing. And so they will only kill you when they reach you with their swords and knives. I don't believe there's any enemies that shoot you. They may be. I don't know how many waves there are. I doubt we're going to make every single wave here, but let's see if something different happens on wave 8 and we get one bomb stick arrow. Just the one. Alright, I guess that's... I don't have a problem with that. I got that guy. Did we get him? Got him? Oh, we are on a roll. See what I mean? We're on wave like 8 and it still feels like they're moving at a snail's pace. I wonder there's only one guy up here on the rampart that's defending the whole city. Can we reach? Can we get a long shot? Come on. We can get one. Come on. Oh, we got one. There we go. And it becomes incredibly tedious when they're coming real slow over the edge. Now, there are additional enemies. There are, it looks like, some flying enemies. And stuff like that. There are enemies that have these, they're Cyclops-looking things. They have, it looks like old-fashioned stoves on their head. They will throw rocks at you, and you have to avoid those rocks. And they will also throw the goblins around them, so they will grab those and shoot. You also have a couple other arrows. You have a lightning arrow, which does a lightning attack, and you have a poison arrow as well. And the environment does change a little bit. There will be some platforms that fall around you to make the bad guys able to climb quicker. There will be some obstacles in the back. See where I'm doing these long shots? Rocks will fall down in that area back there and will cause almost like a new pathway to form, so you can't shoot them from a huge distance. Again, they will come up onto the rampart here, and you will have to take them down. There are additional enemies, not just the Cyclops. There's, I believe, a white trolls or white goblins that are incredibly small and almost impossible to hit until they get up top. Now, once they get up top, movement is required, and that's when the game gets really, really hard, because you have to move out of the way, and you're going to kind of push yourself back into a corner, and the controls aren't great. But I think that actually kind of helps, because it forces you to be at a disadvantage and really fighting against life itself. Now, there are wizards later, magicians that shoot magic that will kill you on a hit. And as the world changes, there will be a little Stonehenge comes in like wave 10 or 12 or whatever. So for a Gear VR game, this is pretty long. It's pretty long, so that's really fun in terms of gameplay. So let us know what you think of Archer E Bowman here for the Gear VR and the Oculus Go. Link in the description to the archive where you can get the file and upload it via side quest to your own device now that it's saved. And if you tried it, let us know what you thought. Like, comment, and subscribe. That helps this archive continue to grow. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye-bye.